We're live. Hooray. Hey, everybody. Yes, it's day 4 of the 5-day storytelling challenge. And today is one day before we're over. So, whether you're watching this live or you're joining us later, welcome. I'm excited about today's photo prompt, which I'm going to share with you in 9 minutes. We definitely always try to start exactly on top of the hour, so I can, you can get in, get out, get your writing done, take a break, and then get back to business, whatever that might be. So that's the way that goes. Um, Before we get started, I want to give you a little PSA. It's kind of a backdoor of how to get more training from me that at a like bargain based price. So basically, when you are one of my founding members on Substack, then you get to beta test my programs for free. And next month, I'm having one I'm super excited about, which is called the Nip Tuck Operation. And it's how to edit AI so it sounds human. It seems like a pretty basic skill, but it's really missing in today's world. It will definitely separate what you have from everybody else. So when you are a founding member, you get to take that for free because I just trust you as a part of my community, and I want to reward you for that. So I wanted to let you know that, and I will have more information about that next week. So it continues to be incredibly hot here in Arizona. I mean, I know it's in the desert, right? I should know better. But I got to tell you, I live at the base of a mountain range, the Chiricahua Mountains, where the Apaches used to run around. And, we have trees, and it actually gets cold here in winter. It gets cold at night, not in the summer. But, yeah, it is hot. It's desert hot, but it's not like, you see in the cartoons with all the saguaro cacti everywhere, the ones with the big arms. Those are around, but they're farther north. I'm very south, almost to Mexico, actually. And so I wouldn't say we have seasons, but there are trees, there are leaves that fall off in the wintertime and spring. So we kinda do have seasons. Sometimes we get snow, but the summers are hot. They're really hot. Yeah, it's a dry heat, but so what? A dry heat is still freaking hot. When you're in the shade, it's not so terrible. If there's a little breeze, it's not so terrible, but right now, it's kinda solar, nuclear hot. So that's what we're dealing with here. I hear in the Midwest in the United States, they're getting a lot of rain. We would love to have some, but hey, we don't get it. We're in the desert, so that's the way it goes. And you can't really whine about the weather, but yeah, you kind of can. You can't change it. I'll put it that way. Your whining doesn't change it. It still happens. And that's just the way it goes. No matter what, in the winter, it's like, oh, it's so cold. In the summer, oh, it's so hot. When the monsoons come, which are next month, when we are supposed to get lots of like crazy rains, then it's like, oh, will it stop raining? And so, it's just a universal complaint about the weather, the one thing that we cannot control. But what you can control is getting better at writing, right? Getting your writing skills up to snuff. And that's one of the things that happens in the storytelling challenge. It actually transfers over into other writing because you learn to write under pressure because there's a timer, there's a 15-minute time limit. And you also your creative juices just, pop right, left, and center, and you get used to doing it quicker, to accessing your creativity faster when you are in this challenge because it's 5 days, and I write with you, right alongside you. Even though I have seen the photo prompts, I still I don't create a story until I'm with you live. I could, but I just don't. I like the system that I set up here. It's effective. All right, we're getting started in 4 minutes. So if you are getting warmed up, you want to make sure that you have some kind of a document open and ready to type into, and then you'll copy and paste it. I use a Google Doc. You can use Word. Some people use a note-taking program, or you can use plain text, whatever works for you. You just wanna make sure that you have something that you can type out because 15 minutes goes by really quickly. If you're old school, if you wanna do handwriting, I'm all for it. It's not a problem. Just remember you still have the same 15-minute timer, and writing is slower. It takes more brain power, and it definitely is harder, and you won't have your story ready by the end of the timer, most likely, if you do it by hand. And again, that's okay. You can still post it whenever you're done with it in the chat. And let me show you what that looks like, by the way. This is where we're going to post today's story. Hang on, I'm going to put this link in the chat. Here's where your story gets posted. All right, and there's the link. And what that looks like, I'll show you real quick, is I hope this is the right one. No, it is not. Where are you, Substack? I have too many windows open. I definitely have too many windows open. Well, I need to find the chat so I can share it. This is a bit of a problem. Here's the writing session. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Okay, I've got to hang on a second while I go find where this chat is. This is not the one. This is the one. Why are you not reading as chat? Okay. Having a little control panel problem over here. Is this it? There it is. I found it. Okay. This is what it looks like. Ta-da. So once your story's written, this is what where you're going to post your story, and then we'll read it. There's no judgment. This is such an easy, fun thing that we're doing here. It's really about getting used to it, doing it regularly, doing the reps like you do when you're exercising a muscle. This is your brain muscle, your creative power muscle, and that's what we're working on. So, we have 1 more minute and we're going to get cranking. I'm super excited. I've got my document open. Let's get it to the right place. Okay. I put all of my stories on one document, and then I archive them so I can always go back to them. And honestly, sometimes these stories will be something that you can use in an email or in a sales page. They're a little out there. They're not necessarily related to sales, but you can interlock them for sure. You can definitely do it that way. If you want to think about it as something, if you're selling something and you see this prompt, like how could you sell whatever it is that you're selling using this prompt? That's an absolute legitimate way to look at this storytelling challenge. So let me get started. We're just about kickoff time here. Today is Thursday, June 25th. Thursday. Boom. And it's straight up time to get started. Let me Okay. All right. I am going to share the prompt and start the timer. So that would be tick tock. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to be quiet here. So people who come on later, hopefully you'll see that link and understand where to put your story. So you'll know what's going on. And you'll see this timer counting down while we get our story started. And I'm going to start us and I'm going to be quiet. So don't think I'm not here. You can see me in the corner working away. Here we go. time's almost up. I always end up using, like, every minute of the 15 minutes, and, obviously, you don't have time to go back and edit, so I expect that um, there'll probably be typos, and there are things that you would wanna smooth out and that you would probably go back if this is a story you were gonna use, you would go back and check it out, and edit it a little bit. So, I'm just gonna read you my story, and we have a low turnout today, which is totally fine. A lot of people come and do this later, or, I just it's my commitment to do, so I love doing it. My story is from the dog's point of view. And so I just sat staring at it like, "What do I name this dog? What am I gonna where do I go with this?" And I was like, "He doesn't need a name. Let's just hear what his life is like." And so here it is. Nobody owns me. I mean, nobody. But don't feel sorry for me. I like it that way. I get to sleep under the stars with the ocean waves sending me off to dreamland. Yes, dogs do dream. Haven't you seen a sleeping dog kicking its legs silently and making soft woof noises? That's us chasing a rabbit or a car. I make friends as I trot down the boardwalk when I wake up. Strangers love to pet me and give me treats. For breakfast, I go to the Figaro Cafe. It has an outdoor seating patio with a iron black railing. I know better than to go inside, but I don't have to. All I have to do is lie down by the rail and wait. It isn't long before a soft-hearted woman in lycra and a hat lets me lick the leftover egg off her plate. I've even had a guy with long hair, hookah beads, and a guitar buy me a cowboy omelet with extra ham and cheese. After breakfast, it's time to get my exercise. Today, there were two kids playing frisbee on the beach. After watching on the sidelines for a minute, the blonde one looks at me and signals for me to catch. Whoosh, it slices through the air as I time my leap perfectly. Chomp, perfect catch. We play for a while, then I'm bored. It's time to see what other activities are underway today. I trot back to the boardwalk. An athletic tanned woman bends down from her rollerblades and strokes me as she zooms by. A family with a stroller pauses to ruffle my fur. A dude with a surfboard tells me I am a good boy. The sun's getting a little hot. It's time to visit Mike. The highlight of my day is lapping up ice cream from a cone, and Mike found my weakness. I bet if I stayed out by Mike's fine cones all day, I'd get more than my fill of vanilla. But there's so much more to explore, and I get to do it because nobody owns me. And Al came. Hi, Al. It's so great to have you. It's a very low turnout today, like I was saying. So it's nice to have company. Yay, let's see what you have going on. Um, so me scooch down the window. David had worked enough counters to know the difference between customers and visitors. Customers tapped cards, checked prices, complained about napkins. Visitors came quiet. This one stood on his hind legs, one white paw hooked over the green stripe below the window, black ears lifted, eyes locked on whatever golden, questionable miracle David was holding. Behind David, the menu glowed with sundaes, cones, waffles, all the bright little promises people bought when the road got long. He leaned out in his red shirt and blue mask, tattooed arms stretching past the rules. Don't tell the boss, he said. The dog didn't blink. David had fed strays at truck stops for years. His hot dog ends, burger corners, um, fries gone soft under the heat lamp, little offerings to whatever loneliness lived between exits. The dog took the bite gently. No receipt, no thank you, just one tail thump against the wall. Some tips sound like coins, some sound like hope. Wow, that's beautiful. I like that. And again, you are such a master at finding the little details like the tattooed arm and the mask and noticing those things that really bring a story to life. So thanks for playing. I'm glad you're able to make it today. We have one more day. Let me stop sharing. Boop. Oops, where am I? Here we are. Okay. All right. Very cool. That's it for today. And one more day, then we start back up again next month, on the fourth Monday of every month. Probably still at this time. And I know it's hard for some people and not hard for others. So we'll just have to go, we'll just have to go with it. No masters learning from the masters. That's so sweet. Thank you so kindly. At any rate, appreciate you showing up, and I'll be here again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.